Hi, 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 hi. How is everybody doing? How is everybody? Yes. No, you're cute. No, you're cute. And we have a hype train. Oh my goodness. And thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Astrios, for the resub. Thank you, Vocal Knight, for the resub as well. Thank you, Mundo Chemical Romance, as well, for the resub. And thank you, Mala, for the bits. And Fat Cow for the resub as well. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Has it really been a month? It doesn't feel like it should be a month. Hey! Just remember, if you're watching me while driving, remember, this could be your last stream. Do you want this to be your last stream? Yes, but yes, we are going to be having some story time tonight. Oh, thank you, Fat Cal, for the gift subs to Marister. Hold on, I apologize if I'm a little slow today. Okay. So basically, what happened is, let me say thank you, and then I'll get into the story. And thank you, Marister, Margrave, and thank you for the subs to Marister, Margrave, and Nosy Goosey, Fat Cal. And thank you for the sub to C69 and the Despacito Chad. Almost said Despacito Chad. But no, don't get in a car accident. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is so I've been trying to set up my laptop, and I've had, I have some bump things because things kept like not adding right, and then like I couldn't get my right ending card because for some reason, like when I was trying to copy it, it didn't copy. It copied as a shortcut, and then it's like for some reason the regular file's not on my computer now, and so I'm gonna have to get that one back. So we're gonna have like a little impromptu. We're gonna have to have like a little fixed one. And thank you, Cyan, for these subs to Ringo, Pfizer, Meliscum, Laura Apollo, and Kaidan. Thank you very much, Cyan, and thank you. Big ups to Cyan and Fat Cal. Big ups. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, what happened is with it, and I just kept going back and forth, and things didn't want to copy right. And then I had like all my programs set up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be pretty set." Guess not. It's me. It's me. Who would have thought? But anyway, as I was getting everything set up, you know, the problem is I only have so many USB ports, so I don't have enough to support like my webcam, my mixer, my mouse, and so I'm using the touchpad now, and I really feel like laptops should come with more USB ports, but no. Um, yeah, no tech support. Unfortunately, I decided I'd get it out of the way before you joined. And thank you for the gift sub to Fisherman Jeesh. Man, taking a sippy because I kind of got a bit out of breath. But yes, anyway, tonight we will be having bedtime stories. So let me get up some nice music, okay? Let's see what I want to play tonight. I think I have an album in mind that'll be very nice for this. So let me just get that up really, really quick. Oh, I heard a boop. Oh, thank you, Stuffy. Thank you very much for the bits. Thank you. Oh my gosh, we're starting off strong with the hype train, aren't we? Woo, lads. Woo, laddies. Going hard at it. How did you like my legs earlier? And I have, I'm going to be showing bare legs later, but I know some people were complaining about the look. I am not. Some people keep saying I'm 6 foot. I'm not 6 foot. It's just, it's just that desk. There will be some fixtures to the desk later, but yes, do not worry. I have not lied about my height. Everything is, everything's legit. I'm not trying to, catfish you or anything like that. I just know. Just know I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying. No. Okay. Anyway, I'm just trying to get this up. Yes. Let me just make sure the volume levels will be correct for this because I don't want to kill your ears. Okay. Oh, yes, legs. Let's go. Leg. Oh, you've been quap fished. Ha. Yes, I have fooled you into assuming that, I was normal in that sense. Oh, my apologies. Okay. Anyway, I'm just finishing adding my songs in here. Okay. Let me remove that one. I think people will be pleasantly pleased with the these songs for tonight. Because I want since I bought my laptop, I used to use my laptop a lot before I, got more into using my PC, and I have some very interesting albums on here, which I feel a lot of older albums, but I'm not finding. See, there's one that I really wanted, which had the
I don't know if you're familiar with that may be on my backup hard drive actually, because there was a thing where I had a bunch of different hard drives from like ghetto swaps I did, and basically, I've got kind of a little bit there. But one was like my mass music saver. So anyway, I'm just yes, I found the album I wanted. I found it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Yes, no death grips for tonight, but I appreciate it. So anyway, here we go. We've got our music. Some of you may recognize this. So, are we feeling Hans Andersen or are we feeling Grimm tonight, children? Let's see. And also, let me get a little closer. A little bit closer here. So, Hans Andersen or Grimm tonight? Let's see what we have here. Grimm. Okay, we're going Grimm. A bit loud. Okay, let me turn that down a minute. Did we have any trooper redeems, by the way, before we get started? Because I want to make sure. Let me look up and see. Ah, yes, so we did have all of our troopers up here, so let me get them out. Children, come out. Got a nice variety of our space children. We're going a little bit, comfy. Let's see. A few, maybe. I think I saw 4, but I'm not sure. Let's see, is it still loud? Do we still have it a bit loud, or do you want it down a little bit more? Ah, yes, this is a planet. Whoa, he says, whoa, mommy cute, whoa, whoa. Okay, so let's see what we have here. The Chad Trooper will be coming back in a different stream. We're just switching it up, and these were the ones that I got up on stream, just while I was pregnant. But thank you for the hype train, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's see. Let's try, I believe. We did Rapunzel. Have we done Hansel and Gretel yet? I don't believe we have. Have we? We have not done Cinderella. Let's do Cinderella. So 81. Let's do Cinderella. Cinderelli. I don't know if anybody has seen a video on how how one of the Cinderella, spin-off movies went. Oh my gosh, that movie was... You don't realize, like, the mid-2000s Disney, what was going on. If you watch, I believe there's one on the Mouseketeers as well, where it gets pretty brutal. So yes. Let me get a little closer to the microphone. The wife of a rich man fell sick, and as she felt that her end was drawing near, she called only her daughter to her bedside and said, "Dear child, be good and pious, and then the good God will always protect you, and I will look down on you from heaven and be near." Then she closed her eyes and departed. Every day the maiden went out to her mother's grave and wept, and she remained pious and good. When winter came, the snow was spread, a white sheet over the grave. When the spring sun had drawn it off again, the man had taken another wife. The woman had brought 2 daughters into the house with her, who were beautiful and fair of face, but vile and black of heart. Now began a bad time for the poor stepchild. "Is the stupid goose to sit in the parlor with us?" said they. "He who wants to eat bread must earn it. Out with the kitchen wench." They took her pretty clothes away from her and put an old gray bed ground on her. I'm sorry, I apologize for the tongue twister. Old gray bed ground, old gray bed ground, old gray bed ground. Okay, old gray bed gown on her, and gave her wooden shoes. "Just look at the proud princess, how decked out she is," they cried and laughed, and led her into the kitchen. There she had to do hard work from morning till night. See, I lost my place. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm trying to make sure that everything's fine on stream. Yes, okay, so hard work from. Um, Before daybreak, carry waters, light fires, cook and wash. Besides this, the sisters did her every imaginable injury. They mocked her and emptied her peas and lentils into ashes, so that she was forced to sit and pick them out again. In the evening, when she had worked till she was weary, she had no bed to go to, but had to fall asleep by the fireside in the ashes. And since on that account she always looked dusty and dirty, they called her Cinderella. You get it, Cinder? You get it, Cinder? It happened that the father was once going to the fair, and he asked his two stepdaughters what to bring back for them. Beautiful dresses, one said. Pearls and jewels, said the other. And you, Cinderella, what will you have? Father, break off for me the first branch which knocks against your hat on the way home. So he brought beautiful dresses, pearls and jewels for his two stepdaughters, and on his way home, as he was riding through the green thicket, a hazel twig brushed up against him and knocked off his hat. He then broke the branch off and took it with him. When he reached home, he gave his stepdaughters the things which they had wished for, and Cinderella the branch from the hazel bush. Cinderella thanked him and went to her mother's grave and planted the branch on it and wept so. Oh, no, that's pitiful. Yes, it does go quite well. Much that the tears that fell down on it watered it, and it grew. It grew, however, and became a handsome tree. Thrice a day Cinderella went and sat beneath it and wept and prayed, and a little white bird always came on the tree, and if Cinderella expressed a wish, the bird threw down to her what she had wished for. It happened that, however, the king appointed a festival which was to last 3 days, and to which all the beautiful young girls in the country were invited, in order that his son might choose himself a bride. When the two stepsisters heard they were to appear among the number, they were delighted and called Cinderella and said, "Comb our hairs for us and brush our shoes and fasten our buckles, for we are going to the festival at the king's palace." Cinderella obeyed and wept, because she too would have liked to go to the dance, and begged her stepmother to allow her to go. "You go, Cinderella," she said. "You are dusty and dirty and would go to the festival? You have no clothes and shoes, yet you would dance." As, however, Cinderella went on asking, the stepmother at last said, "I have emptied a dish of lentils into the ashes for you. If you pick them out again in 2 hours, you shall go with us." The maiden went through the back door into the garden and called, "You tame pigeons, you turtle doves, all you birds beneath the sky, come help me pick the good into the pot, the bad into the crop." Then 2 white pigeons came in by the kitchen window afterwards. The turtle doves, at last, all the birds beneath the sky came, whirring and crowding in, and aligned among the ashes. The pigeons nodded with their heads and began to pick, 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 and the rest also began to pick. 1 hour passed before they had finished, and all flew out again. Then the girl took the dish to her stepmother, and was glad, and believed that now she would be able to go with them to the festival. But the stepmother said, "No, Cinderella, you have no clothes, and you cannot dance. You would only be laughed at." And as Cinderella wept, the stepmother said, "If you can pick 2 dishes of lentils out of the ashes for me in 1 hour, you shall go with us." And she thought to herself, that she most certainly cannot do. When the stepmother had emptied the 2 dishes of lentils amongst the ashes, the maiden went back into the door of the garden and cried, "You tame pigeons, you turtle doves, all you birds from heaven, come and help me pick up the good into the pot, the bad into the crop." Then 2 white pigeons came by the pigeon window afterwards. The turtle doves and all at length the birds in the sky came whirring and crowding, and alighted amongst the ashes. And the doves nodded with their heads and began to pick, 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 pick. And the others began to also pick, 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 and gathered all the good seeds into the dishes. And before half an hour was over, they had already finished, and all flew out again. Then the maid carried the dishes to the stepmother, and was delighted, and believed that she might go with them to the festival now. But stepmother said, all this will not help you, and you cannot go with us, for you have no clothes and cannot dance. We should be ashamed of you." And with this she turned her back on Cinderella and hurried away with her 2 proud daughters. Oh my gosh, she's terrible. Quite terrible. Let me take a sip real quick. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit. Yes, Chinese theme. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, proud of being cunts. I guess I don't know what's with all the lentils. If we're to marry into another man's family. Yes, it's quite accurate of Fortuna, isn't it? Okay, so. As no one was now at home, Cinderella went to her mother's grave beneath the hazel tree and cried, "Shiver and quiver, little tree, silver and gold throw down over me." And then a bird threw a gold and silver dress around her, and slippers embroidered with silk and silver. She put the dress on with all speed and went to the festival. Her stepsisters and stepmothers, however, did not know her, and thought she must be a foreign princess, for she looked so beautiful in the golden dress. They never once thought of Cinderella, and believed that she was sitting at home in the dirt, picking lentils out of the ashes. The prince went to meet with her, took her by the hand, and danced with her. He would dance with no other maiden, and never let go of her hand. And if anyone came to invite her, he said, "This is my partner." Hello, Ned Kelly, hello. She danced till it was evening, and then she wanted to go home. But the king's son said, "I will go with you and bear you company," for he wished to see whom the beautiful maiden belonged to. She escaped from him, however, and sprang into the pigeon house. The king's son waited until her father came, and then he told him that the strange maiden had leapt into the pigeon house. The old man thought, "Can it be Cinderella?" And they had to bring him an axe and a pickaxe that he might hew the pigeon house into pieces, but no one was inside it. When they got home, Cinderella lay, dirty clothes among the ashes. A dim little oil lamp was burning on the mantel, for Cinderella had quickly jumped down from the back of the pigeon house and had run into the little hazel tree. There she had taken off her beautiful clothes and laid them on the grave. The bird had taken them away again, and then she placed herself in the kitchen amongst the ashes in her gray gown. Next day, when the festival began afresh, and her parents and the stepsisters had gone once more, Cinderella went to the hazel tree and said, "Shiver and quiver, my little tree, silver and gold throw down on me." Then the bird threw down a much more beautiful dress than the preceding day. And when Cinderella appeared at the festival in this dress, everyone was astonished at her beauty. The king's son had waited until she came, and instantly took her by the hand and danced with no one but her. When the others came and invited her, he said, "She is my partner." When evening came, she wished to leave, and the king's son followed her and wanted to see which house she went. Oh my goodness, it's this song. It's her. Okay, so let's continue. She sprang away from him and into the garden behind the house. There stood a beautiful tall tree on which hung the most beautiful, magnificent pears. She clambered so nimbly between the branches like a squirrel that the king's son did not know where she had gone. He waited until her father came and said to him, "The strange maiden has escaped from me, and I believe she climbed up the pear tree." The father thought, "Can it be Cinderella?" and had an axe brought and cut the tree down, but no one was in it. And when they got into the kitchen, Cinderella lay there amongst the ashes as usual, for she had jumped down on the other side of the tree and had taken the beautiful dress to the bird on the little hazel tree and put on her gray gown. On the third day, when the parents and sisters had gone away, Cinderella went once more to her mother's grave and said to the little tree, "Shiver and quiver, my little tree, silver and gold throw down on me." And now the bird threw down her dress, which was more splendid and magnificent than any she had yet had, and the slippers were golden. And when she went to the festival in the dress, no one knew how to speak for astonishment. The king's son danced with only her, and if anyone invited her to dance, he said, "She is my partner." When evening came, just a moment. Ah, chat is not working with me. Okay, never mind. Okay. There we go. Apologies. Okay, so when evening came, Cinderella wished to leave, and the king's son was anxious to go with her, but she escaped him, and so quickly that he could not follow her. The king's son had, however, used a stratagem and caused the whole staircase to be smeared with pitch, and there, when she ran down, the maiden left slipper when she remained sticking. The king's son picked it up, and it was too small and dainty and all golden. Next morning he brought it to his father and said to him, "No one shall be my wife, but she who fits this golden slipper." Let's see. Then the two sisters were glad, for they had pretty feet. The eldest went with the shoe into her room and wanted to try it on, and her mother stood by, but she could not get it on her big toe, and the shoe was too small for her. Then her mother gave her a knife and said, "Cut the toe off. When you are queen, you will have no more need to go on foot." The maiden cut her toe off and forced the shoe on, swallowed the pain, and went out away to the king's son. He then took her on his horse as his bride and rode away with her. They were, however, obligated to pass the grave, and there on the hazel tree sat two pigeons who cried, "Turn and peep, turn and peep. There's blood within the shoe. The shoe is too small for her. Your true bride waits for you." Then he looked on her foot and saw how the blood was streaming from it. He turned his horse around and took the false bride home again, and said she was not the true one, and that the other sister was to put on the shoe. Then this one went into her chamber, got her toes safely into the shoe, but her heel was too large. So her mother gave her a knife and said, "Cut a bit off your heel. When you are queen, you will have no need for a good foot." The maiden cut off a bit of her heel and forced the foot into the shoe, swallowed the pain, and went out with the king's son. He took her on his horse as his bride and rode away with her. When they passed by the hazel tree, two little pigeons sat on it and cried, "Turn and peep, turn and peep. There's blood within the shoe. The shoe is too small for her. The true bride waits for you." He looked down at her foot and saw how the blood was running out of the shoe and how it had stained her white stocking. Then he turned his horse and took the false bride home again. "This is also not the right one," said. "Have you no other daughters?" "No," said the man. "There's still a little stunted kitchen witch, which my wife left behind, but she cannot possibly be the bride." The king's son said he was to send her up with him, and the mother answered, "Oh no, she is much too dirty. She cannot show herself." He absolutely insisted on it and had Cinderella be called. She first washed her hands and face clean, and then she went and bowed down before the king's son, who gave her the golden shoe. Then she seated herself on a stool, drew her foot out of the heavy wooden shoe, and put it into the slipper, which fit like a glove. And then she rose up, and the king's son looked her in the face. He recognized his beautiful maiden who had danced with him and cried, "That is my true bride." The stepmother and two sisters were terrified and became pale with rage. He, however, took Cinderella on his horse and drove away with her. As they passed by the hazel tree, the two white doves cried, "Turn and peep, turn and peep. No blood in this shoe. The shoe is not too small for her. The true bride rides with you." And when they had cried that, the two came flying down and placed themselves on Cinderella's shoulders, one on the right and one on the left, and remained sitting there. When the wedding with the king's son was celebrated, the two false sisters came and wanted to get in favor with Cinderella and share her good fortune. When the betrothed couple went to the church, the elder was at the right side and the younger at the left, and the pigeons pecked out one eye of each of them. Afterwards, I'm just kind of like, wow. And thus, for their wickedness and falsehood, they were punished with blindness as they lived, as long as they lived. The end. That was, oh my. Oh my. Like, wow. Wow. And hello, and thank you for joining the Troopas. Forehead, not forehead, and Coffee Lover, thank you and welcome. Let me just get on the track, on the chat a little bit. Hello. Okay. Hello, Spacer. Hello, Junie, and welcome. Welcome. I'm sorry if I didn't see you here earlier. Okay, so let's see. Tonight, since we are listening to some near music, I feel it is, oh, thank you for the hydrate, Mala. Thank you. What do you get when you cross a girl with the power to speak to animals? Yes, it is Pigeons Gone Wild. So, hi. Ida, okay. Ida, David, thank you for the redeem. So, now let's find our next story, Ida. Ida, you wouldn't want an old woman like me to read you bedtime stories, would you? Ida. Okay, so let's see. Let me find this real quick, because I do want to, there's one thing I want to hear. I want to read, see. Since we're listening to some Near Automata music, I'm going to play some. I'm going to read a Near story, actually. Let me just bring this up real quick. Well, there's some Automata ones, but I can do Grimoire Near too. It would be more appropriate to start with Grimoire Near, I believe, wouldn't it? Okay. Let's start with that. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, let me see. I'm going to wait till this track ends and then we will start on, since we're on Grandma, we will be starting I mean, I believe we could start right now, but I'm thinking about how it fits. You know, you want to start some things. Well, there are the Automata stories, which I was thinking about, but perhaps it makes more sense to start with Grimoire Near. Because I was thinking of the one with the android on the mood, the orbital bunker observation diary, which is quite a good story. Or no, it's not orbital bunk observation. It is I believe I'm thinking of memory cage. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan, and big ups. Thank you for the subs to Ikazi, Laser, and Joako. Thank you, and big ups. There's one in particular I'm thinking of. Real quick, where it's about the android on the moon, if anybody knows in particular what I'm talking about. It's quite a lovely story, but we will start with Grimoire Near. I cannot find that. Because, I mean, why wait too long for that? Think of, well, it doesn't matter. We do Grimoire Near. Does anybody... yes. A Much Too Silent Sea. This is it. So, A Much Too Silent Sea or Grimoire Near. Thank you, Cyan. Thank you. And big ups is... if I don't remember if they had PIs. Yes, should we do Grimoire Near or A Much Too Silent Sea? Because A Much Too Silent Sea is it's a very beautiful song. So it's up to you. It's up to chat. I'll let you decide which you want. Okay, let's do A Much Too Silent Sea. It is a wonderful story. Her consciousness surfaced rapidly from the depths of slumber. She felt stimuli beneath her closed eyelids. It's probably getting brighter. Irritated, she pulled her blankets over to cover up her head. Her actions were interrupted by a call of 10H. Report. Time to rise and shine. Hold on, wait, let me do this. If I do this, perhaps it's better fitting. Report. Time to rise and shine. Sleepy. Recommendation. Get up. I don't wanna. Warning. Get up. 5 more minutes. Cold air washed over her body. Her body was forcefully removed from her. Her blanket was forcefully removed from her. 10H's support unit. Pod 006 certainly takes no prisoners. Jeez, what a pain. 10H gave up and pulled herself into a sitting position. She knew when it was time to cease her meaningless struggle and surrender, before the pod moved to more drastic measures. The pod in question skillfully folded the blanket with 4 arms of various sizes and placed it at the end of the bed before moving a pillow on top of it. It was a clear message. No way are you going back to sleep anytime soon. 10H gave a quiet sigh as she surveyed the pod's handicraft. White bedsheets and white blanket, white pillow. Her surrounding walls were all white. The floor was white. The ceiling was white. Everywhere she looked, she saw white. The only exception in this room were her herself and the pod, her black clothing and the pod's red-painted body. Actually, there's another source. The monitor on the wall changing colors based on its content. Water temperature and water pressure within normal limits. A voice recited from the monitor's speakers. The facility is located in the deep sea, no more than 10,000 meters below the surface. Even the slightest change could lead to disastrous results, so the facility's surroundings were under constant monitoring. Yes, it's a quite lovely story, and the song is very good as well, Coco. Oh, okay. So, report. Breakfast is ready. The pod carried breakfast on top of a wagon. White again, she thought to herself. A white plate, a white cup. The wagon itself was also white. Recommendation. Eat up while it's hot. 10H reached out to the piece of bread on the plate. It's a square, flat piece of bread toasted light brown. She bit down, feeling the dryness and minute vibrations with her teeth. Finding it hard to swallow, she poured the liquid in the cup into her mouth. Question. How was the toast? Was the coffee a bit strong? Not really. The pod faithfully created what human civilization considered breakfast, but 10H was particularly moved. I mean, I don't care. We can survive without eating. Denial. A healthy life begins with good habits. You have to sleep properly and eat properly. Breakfast will leave you pumped and ready to go. Pumped? What does that mean again? Oh, right. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ah, God's bound by rules. This track just guts me. You can feel it in you, can't you? It's a good feeling, though. All right, motivated to undertake tasks. Pod 006 used a lot of ancient words from back when human civilizations still existed. Ugh, that means I need to discharge that extra energy somehow. If she doesn't eat, she doesn't have to discharge anything. 10H thinks that's a lot more convenient, but the pod seems to not agree. Apparently, eat well, poop well is a key to healthy mental balance and worth spending time on. But in reality, androids can basically break down any so-called food substance with their bodies, so they practically have no need for excretion. Her toast slipped from her hand and landed on the plate. The Upon closer inspection, she saw that her fingers were damaged. She saw that she was having trouble holding the cup because of grogginess, but it looked like her fingers were suffering from decreased functionality. How did this happen? Answer: stress from carrying objects. Was that the cause? They received shipment supplies yesterday, and while she remembered that she had helped the pods move around supplies, she wasn't sure if she was quite passionate enough about the work to actually strain herself. Recommendation: don't overexert yourself. All right, I'll be more careful. She couldn't even remember that something happened yesterday. Did it have anything to do with the whole mental balance thing? Maybe Pod had a point, 10H thought to herself. She should probably start eating properly. 0800, Patrol. 10H's room wasn't the only area that was entirely white. The same color extended to every crook and cranny of the facility. Walls, floors, ceilings. Delivering construction materials 10,000 meters below sea must have been a hard task on its own, so whoever built this facility probably did not have much space for interior decoration. However, 10H herself was only assigned to this facility after it began operating, so it's not like she has to speak from personal experience or anything. I'll just take another sip real quick. This was simply her hypothesis. They built a facility so deep in sea, fully aware of the constant struggle against the water pressure for exactly one reason. They couldn't afford to have this place discovered by machine life forms. The facilities oh my god. See, this is the thing with near music. I can hear it, and I can picture it, and it makes me start to tear up. The songs are just so potent and powerful. I know it seems ridiculous, but it really does cut me deep. Especially, it's a different feeling. It's not bad, but it's good. I feel very strongly about Nier in the story. Okay, the facility houses backup servers that were made in anticipation of emergency. Every piece of data concerning the Moon's Council of Humanity, as well as all Yorha squads, are stored here. Yorha unit data may be acceptable loss, but humanity's data is definitely the most important thing in the world. Server room number 27, all clear. 10H immediately tried to shut the door and was met with scolding. Warning, please do a more thorough check-through. But I really don't understand all the details. A non-trivial amount of effort and technology required in order to... I'm sorry if I'm tripping over my words. Let me have another sip. My tongue is getting tied. I'm getting... Okay. I apologize. A non-trivial amount of effort and technology required in order to store such a large amount of data in the limited space they had under the sea. So the servers were all constructed in strange and complicated ways. Maybe an S-type could make heads or tails of it, but as an H-type who specializes in repairs and tuning, she didn't even think it would be worth trying. Anyways, even if she doesn't understand it herself, as long as the pods do, it's fine. 15 pod 006s were hard at work in the server room. 15 bright pods. They really stood out against the white walls and the roof. Almost to an offensive extent, 15 streams of voices filled the room. Proposal. Today feels like a bad day. Why don't we reorganize the data another day? Not recommended. We can't just break procedure. Answer. I was just joking. Report. More importantly, did you hear that today's lucky number is 9? Proposal. Should we do our work while floating upside down? Refusal. Don't wanna. Are you actually serious? What's going on with this conversation? NH massages her temples. Are their minds really that empty? Oh well. She supposed she wasn't that much better herself. Since there's not much to do, she didn't have a lot of opportunities to exercise her mind either. 10H's main job involved the maintenance and inspection of pods and undertaking the necessary repairs when they malfunction. This is why an H-type android was stationed at this facility. However, pods don't really break down that often. They can't even take care of most minor repairs themselves since pods are Android support units. They're well equipped to deal with emergencies. They come pre-installed with simple repair programs. Basically, they don't need 10H. A long time must have passed since she was first assigned to this facility, but 10H can't recall the exact amount of time. At some point, she found the daily, this is the, X the day in your assignment. Your operation is in X hours. Announcements too annoying, and stopped listening to information about the passing of time. I didn't see any red flashing lights, so we're okay, right? Understood. Well, I suppose. Cool. Let's get to the next one. She emerged from the corridor and started climbing the stairs. Since the many server rooms were all interconnected like a web structure, the nearby corridors were filled with curves, slopes, and stairs. This walk is such a pain. Denial. Walking makes good exercise. I get that, but why do I have to wear these shoes? The bottom of her shoes were affixed with magnets and made each step significantly harder. Walking around the facility in these shoes certainly made good exercise, but did not change the fact that it's a goddamn pain. Recommendation: stop complaining and start walking. Recommendation: your response? Yes. The first thing she saw after climbing the stairs were the flashing words "on the air" in the broadcast room. She was told that the Council of Humanity's broadcasts are relayed through this room. Maybe it's to prevent anybody from pinpointing the moon's server location from the broadcast source. But she wasn't privy to the actual reason. Maybe the pod would tell her if she asked, but she didn't really want to know. She's not interested in the contents of the broadcast either. She just didn't care. There's a broadcast going on today, right? Affirmation. 972 seconds until end of broadcast. What a lucky day, she whispered to herself. Since she was forbidden from entering the room during broadcast, she could basically skip over the room. It's like taking a shortcut, even if it didn't actually get her to anything, aside from more free time, she supposed. 10:30. Free time. I'm bored. 10H yawned as she moved another chess piece. Once done with her morning patrols, she didn't have anything to do until lunch. Once she's done with lunch, she'll be free until dinner. In essence, most of 10H's day consisted of free time. Recommendation: cover your mouth when you yawn. Jeez, don't be so picky. Not recommended. Nope, that's bad manners. Pod 006 had a lot of opinions. 10H remembered other pods as more businesslike and not engaging in small talk as often, but 10H was the only android assigned to this facility. The talkative and somewhat annoying Pod 006 was the only pod deployed here. Pods were supposed to operate with a set of 3 bodies, but the pod in this facility was a special model that utilized a few hundred bodies. That's the minimum amount required to maintain this facility. One of them always followed 10H around, but since all the pods looked the same, 10H couldn't tell whether the Pod 006 with her was the same Pod 006 as yesterday. But since 006 had a single self-conscious, the pods didn't quite care enough to make that distinction. Apparently, every single one of those hundreds of pods was like 006. 10H found it hard to wrap her mind around the fact. Wait, hold up, I take that back. She was caught up in her own thoughts as she missed an opportunity to take one of Pod's pieces. Refusal. This is the 3rd time. I told you there'd be no next time. Just this once. It's only been 3 times today, right? Refusal. You said the same thing yesterday. Just this once. How many times could you actually retract your moves? 10 times? Denial. 13 times. Don't try to lie to me. It's too small of a number to misremember. 10H and 006 can memorize this level of information as long as it isn't actively deleted. I mean, my AI isn't used to playing chess. Cut me some slack. Refusal. No way. Sparks flew from the tips of Pod's arms. I got it. No violence, please. Understood. I'm glad to hear that. The pod used its arm, no longer surrounded by sparks, to move a night piece. 10H tried her hardest to hide the smile that was threatening to form on her face. It's my turn, right? Affirmation. Go ahead. Your bishop's mine! Proposal. Wait, let me take that back. Not hearing any of that. Like 10H, 006 wasn't equipped with a chess AI either. Deep thought was never required of pods, as long as it wasn't necessary for the completion of their missions. Though, they were both fairly good at remembering things, and neither the pod nor android had the logical thought processing required for chess. So what if you made them fight each other? Chess quickly degrades into a somewhat silly game where the only way to victory is to fish for your opponent's mistakes, often by talking about unrelated topics. I feel like we're playing a completely different game. 10H flicked a piece off the chessboard. Just like her shoes, the chess pieces had magnets attached to them. With a simple flick, it wasn't enough to budge them. She heard that the combo of a metal chessboard and magnetic pieces was invented so that humanity could enjoy playing chess in shaky vehicles. First the bed and coffee breakfast, now this. The facility was certainly filled with callbacks to human civilization. Is there any meaning to AIs battling it out using a game that neither of us were specialized in? Conjecture. It just means we're bored? I mean, you're right. But do we really have to kill time playing a meaningless game? Answer. An idle brain is the devil's workshop. Huh? Answer. You come up with bad ideas when you have too much free time on your hands. Therefore, killing time is necessary. Source is from an ancient text concerning human civilization. She wondered whether that even applied to her when she wasn't human, but she couldn't say for sure that they didn't need to kill time. All right, let's keep going. Agreement. So It's my turn! 10H moved her own piece in a flash. Of course, the bishop was hers to take. Sparks flew from the pod's arms for a split second. So maybe this pod's version of the tut. Maybe that's this pod's version of a tut. But why do we have so much free time? Answer. Free time means peace. That's not a bad thing, right? I guess. No machine life forms have ever discovered a place like this, after all. Let me take a sip real quick. Pod 006 is quite savage. And hello, Troop of Love, Troop of Love. Okay, let me do the posture check. I gotta hydrate too. Oh, hello, Sheriff Dance. Hello, Sheriff Dance, and welcome. It's good to see you, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let me, if anybody does not know, Sheriff Dance is a VTuber that just debuted recently, and he is he's a sheriff. He's a cowboy man. He's a real Western man, partner. So why don't you head on by and follow the sheriff, okay? Yes, I believe it is canon, and thank God it is canon. So let me see. Got a posture check and a stretch, so let me just... take a little stretching break, okay? Do a little arm stretch. And the other. Okay. Yes. Okay, so think. So let me take another sip. After this, I'm gonna have to get some more water. Okay, so let us continue. Okay. Let me find out. Let's see. They're located more than 10,000 meters underneath the surface. If they're attacked, that'll be the end of them. There's nowhere to escape. I mean, shouldn't they have stationed a B-type here in case of emergencies? But I guess that'll mostly be a defensive battle, so maybe a D-type is better. The facility only hosted backup data, but they're important data regardless. You can't rely on an H-type to put up a meaningless defense, even if she put her life on the line. Denial. B-types and D-types cannot perform maintenance, inspection, and repairs. So, S-types? Denial. S-types get bored easily. They cannot bear to spend time on useless things. I think I get it now. She can repair pods when it's needed, and she isn't bothered by the free time she has. In that sense, she's the most suitable for this position, as an H-type. But can you fight, Pod? I'll have you know that I can't, not at all. Answer. I'm equipped with an acceptable degree of defense weaponry. Be fine. I just don't need to use it. Basis. I see. Well then, that's good to hear. There are a few hundred pods around her, as long as they can make up for 10H's lack of battle compatibility. Battle capability, I apologize. Let's see, next up is... She tried to make her move, but the piece slipped between her fingertips. The rook bumped into a pawn on the chessboard and rolled onto the floor. She hurriedly tried to pick it up again, but it wasn't going too well. My fingers aren't quite right today. It's been like this since morning. What appeared to be a flesh wound on the surface might be indicative of a deeper problem inside. I'll go repair this. Not recommended. We are out of stock of the finger material. We are out of material for finger part. Have to wait until the next shipment. That's a long while, huh? After all, they just received a shipment yesterday that 10H helped sort out. She never thought that she'd be needing repair parts because of that. Guess that's a no-go then. I'll try adjusting the program myself. She could at least stop herself. She could probably stop herself from dropping things as frequently if she adjusted her grip and range of motion. But that's it for today's match. 10H left the pod to clean up the chessboard and returned to her own room. 11:30. Investigation. Own room. She dove into her mind space and took a look at the program responsible for controlling her fingertips. She did a simple check of the few spots that were malfunctioning and adjusted her signal relay algorithm. It's been a long while since she did something befitting an H-type. This will do until the next shipment of supplies. It's not like she fixed the hardware problem after all. She only made adjustments so she could perform tasks like eating and drinking without dropping anything. And moving a chess piece. She'd made trade-offs that negatively affected her on some other movements. For example, wait, my music stopped. Let me add in, let's see, let me switch over to another album I have. I think this one, since this is an Automata, let me go over to, let's see if I can find it. Ah, yes. Automata Piano Collection. Let me just add that into foobar real quick, and then we will be set. I apologize. I wasn't expecting all of those songs to go by so fast. Let's do Amusement Park. Because Amusement Park and A Beautiful Song are very beautiful. Yes, pods are AIs based on the grimoires, which are also human technically, but not technically, not directly. Yes, it's like, I guess you could say... Would you say that androids were based off of replicants replicants were based off of humans, replicants were based off of androids, or were androids based off of humans directly? Would it not be the replicants first? That's something to think about. That is something to think about. I'm not quite sure. But, thank you everybody for bearing with me as I stumble. Who are 2B and 9S? They were the main protagonists. Well, they were the main protagonists of Nier Automata, and they were a 2, battle unit, and 9, scout or server maintenance. Ah, yes. Okay. Yes. They are technically. Okay, so we'll get back to this. But really, all she needed to do was refrain from operating touch panels until the next shipment. So it's not all that restrictive. She didn't have to touch panels all that often, and the pods made a great substitute for when she really needs to. And even better, there are no machines in this facility that require a keyboard. No insects either. Basically, it's not all that of a big trade-off. I'm sorry, I'm not used to talking this long, and my tongue is getting a bit tied. I want to stream Nier. I'm going to stream Nier. I'm going to make it work. Even if I have to, I'm thinking, God, I don't know if it'll... Depends on my laptop. I'd have to test it. I'm trying to think if I want to get it for... If I pack my PS4 with me, I could do it that way. Or I could see if it runs on my laptop. I'm going to have to tell. Because I don't think I can beat it quite in the amount of the week. And I think next week I'm definitely going to be cramming in a lot to try to beat RE8. So yes, let me continue. We've just been reading a much to let's see from the Nier Automata lore. Okay. Anyway, well, I got nothing to do after all. She was lucky that she wasn't operating in a place where the slightest malfunction would be deadly. All right, time to finish up. Huh? She found a strange thing in a strange place, just like humans. Androids do not use all parts of their brain at the same time. They intentionally left some blank space in their minds in case of emergencies. so the blank part can act as a buffer for the unexpected load. A strange code was placed right upon the blank space. Why and who? She'd expected this kind of handiwork from an S-type or an H-type like her, but she's the only android in the facility. Of course, pods can do it too, but they most definitely would leave some traces. Writing and modifying the blank regions is also not a simple process, and it's not something that begins that, sorry, my tongue is so tied, that beings other than herself could easily access. So I did this myself? If she did, she certainly didn't remember. Did she also erase her own memories? But why? Is all the free time getting to my head? Well, it wouldn't hurt to try to decrypt the code. She hoped the encryption alligator. I'm sorry, my tongue. I'm getting so tongue-tied. Ooh, naruhodo. Okay. She hoped the encryption algorithm wasn't so complex that she'd need the processing power of an S-type, but it looked like she didn't have to worry. The algorithm was so simple, it could even be called crude. But still, why? She didn't know. Decrypting the code revealed coordinates inside the facility in an area that had restricted access. What's going on? Tilting her head in confusion, 10H decided to head towards the coordinates. The coordinates pointed to the entrance room. It was the only route that connects to the outside world, so it's not much aside from accepting shipments. The room itself was divided into 2 areas, which are never to open at the same time. It's designed to prevent water flow into the facility. What a pain. The gate to the first area was placed under heavy locks. As the manager of this facility, 10H did have rights to unlock the gate, but it required both her passcode and black box signal, which was kind of a pain. But turning back at this point wasn't even an option for her. Something just felt off. The gate opened, lights illuminated the first area, the walls, the floor, the ceiling. Everything was so white it hurt her eyes. Question: what are you up to? Is something wrong? All of a sudden, the pod appeared. It seemed to be concerned as it circled in front of 10H to peek at her face. Nothing's wrong. There's just something I need to check. She made a beeline for the second gate. The first area was quite big. Why is it so big? There's so much unused space. Answer: you need this amount of space to adjust the water pressure when things enter from the outside. That I get, but we don't use this place at all except to accept shipments, so it's kind of a waste. She put her hand on the second area gate. The coordinates she decoded lie beyond the gate. Not recommended. Stop it. Access to second area is forbidden. She ignored the pod's voice and opened the gate. The automatic lights came on, revealing a pure white space, identical to the first area. There's nothing here. She thought that some sort of object would be placed here. It might be a treasure chest, or it might be a bomb, but it surely would have been something worthy of leaving an encrypted code in her mind-space blank region. But there was nothing in the room. Not on the floors, not on the walls, and of course not the ceiling. Warning, danger ahead. I know, I won't open the door. The gate at the end of the second area was equipped with a valve, since it leads directly outside. If the gate is open, without adjusting the water pressure, a tremendous amount of water would rush in instantly. 10H did not want to think about the destructive power of the water pressure at 10,000 meters deep. Let me see. I want a specific song for the next part. Here we go. I believe this one will fit quite well. She's pretty sure that both the pod and she will be flattened. She walked to the location her coordinates pointed out. Maybe the thing that the encryption hinted at wasn't an object, but a phenomenon. Warning, turn back immediately. I know. Why this particular location? She let her eyes roam as she walked. Her surroundings were entirely white, including the gate connecting the first and second areas, as well as the gate connecting the second and the outside. The gate might have been pure white before, but it was tainted with a different color now. There were several black trails running down the valve, and it looks like Something had been peeled off. The trails resembled scratch marks. What kind of marks are these? She wanted to take a closer look, but suddenly she saw sparks fly before her eyes. A beat later, a pain in the back of her head as she was smacked by 006. "What are you doing? Your arm is pretty damn hard, you know that?" 10H complained as she had turned around, but was rendered speechless by the sight before her. She was held at gunpoint. The pod was in ranged attack mode. Wait, hold up! The first shot came without warning. She dodged it just barely, or so she thought. A searing pain ran down her bicep, and the pure white floor became stained with her blood. 10H shook off her shoes. She wasn't able to dodge it completely because of the magnets attached to her shoes. The second shot fired. She jumped. A searing laser nailed where she stood a second ago. However, not a trace was left on the floor of the wall. She realized the first time that the facility's walls and floors were heat resistant. But there was no place to hide in a huge room. 10H could only run around, so she launched herself from the wall, and even rolled on the ground as she shouted, "Hey, what are you playing at? What is this about?" The pod didn't answer and maintained its attack mode. The response to her question came in the form of a third shot. She took and ran off. The pod overtook her and placed itself in her path. She dodged around it, but took a hit from her back instead. She grunted in pain. She finally understood. The pod was seriously trying to kill her. Due to some error in its programming, maybe. She had to destroy the pod somehow. But how? H-types weren't meant for combat. Their true potential shines in the presence of a B-type for offense or D-type for defense. But on top of that, her target was a support pod. The destruction of friendly units was a job for an E-type, and not an H-type like her. She couldn't afford to think any longer. She was bombarded by an assault of ranged lasers and close-quarter armed strikes. She had no time to even catch her breath. Pain from her side, the smell of burnt skin. Her speed was slowly dropping. She couldn't run around for much longer. However, she didn't even have a weapon to counterattack with. This wasn't even a matter of whether she was suited for combat or not. The facility did not stock any sort of weaponry, so she had to fight with her bare hands? No way! She's not a B-type, so it's not like her arms are particularly powerful. Arms? What was she doing before this? She was adjusting the control program for her fingers so she could move the chess pieces without dropping them. She made a sharp right. Her injured leg throbbed in protest, but she ignored it. She made a beeline for the pod. The pod aimed its gun at her. She grabbed the tip of its firearm and squeezed it with her fingertips. With a satisfying sound, the gun twisted and bent under her hand. Using her right hand's fingertips, she flicked away the pod's body. She curled in upon herself and braced for impact. The sound of an explosion in the air followed soon after. That was too close for comfort. Thanks to her previous adjustments, the action of squeezing something with her fingertips was performed with an abnormal amount of strength beneath it, so she was able to achieve feats like crushing a gun with her bare hands. It was a brute force solution. 10H took a deep breath and felt sharp pain course through her. She didn't know which of her wounds were throbbing because she was covered in them. She didn't expect to be facing such an outrageous subject. Just what was going on? Her thoughts were interrupted again, this time by the alert announcing an enemy attack. Why? Confusion filled 10H's mind. Why was there a supposed enemy attack in the second area? Only she and the destroyed pods were there. She was confused, but intrinsically she understood. 10H took off towards the gate and the one connecting the first and second areas, so she could lock it from this side. The hundreds of Pod 006s in the facility were unified under one conscious. Though their bodies may be separate, they share the same self-consciousness. So every new type of pod that came into this area would try to attack 10H again. The alert was not of a false alarm. She heard a loud thumping sound against the gate she just locked. The sound of multiple pods bashing their bodies against the gate. The noise put a toll on her already beaten body, and 10H grimaced as she knelt down. She couldn't return to the facility anymore. The remaining gate led to the bottom of the sea, more than 10,000 meters under the surface. She had two choices. Either die by crushing via sheer water pressure, or die via the lasers of hundreds of pods. Can I pick neither? She couldn't stay here. Clutching her burnt side, she began making her way towards the gate that led to the deep sea. The pods were hiding something, and that something existed beyond the gate. And if she's gonna die either way, she might as well die from knowing. She'll die once she's seen all of the pod's secrets, though she might be flattened by the water pressure first. She reached toward the valve. An unpleasant sound reached her ears, and her fingers were instantly roasted. What? Her eyes flickered between the valve and her fingertips, burnt to a crisp by a charge of high-voltage electricity. This just isn't right. Why was the interior side of the gate equipped with such a function? If it's for defense, then the electricity should be outside. The way it is, it's almost as if 10H took the valve again. Her hands burning, she continued to turn the valve. Her field of vision was bright red from the pain and heat. Her throat was trembling. She was screaming. But screaming what? She didn't know. The valve hit the end of its rotation. She knew the reason for the black trails. Somebody must have attempted to open this gate before, forcibly turning the valve even after their hands were burnt by electricity. These were the trails left behind back then. She unlocked the gate, and all she had to do was press a button, and the gate would open. With a single press from her broken hand, she would die. She didn't have time to hesitate. The gate blocking off access from the first area wouldn't hold up much longer. 10H pressed the button, and the gate opened. She wasn't crushed. In fact, the opposite happened. As soon as the gate opened, 10H was shoved outside by a strong force, almost as if she was sucked into a void. For a split second, she heard a whooshing sound, but everything quieted down immediately. Her body crashed and tumbled onto the ground. Wincing from pain, she slowly lifted herself up. Her vision was blurry from the storm of sand. Sand? What's this? Her voice was strangely muffled. There wasn't a drop of seawater to be seen. She lifted her face and saw the black sky overhead, filled with little dots that she recognized as stars. No way. She doubted her eyes. Right in front of her, she saw a round blue object floating in the black expanse of space. The Earth. In other words, this is the moon? The moment she put her thoughts into words, everything became clearer. She didn't realize that she was operating under the moon's gravity, which was only 1/6 that of Earth's, because that's how she was programmed. A Yorha unit's body weighs approximately 150 kilograms and is controlled by strong artificial muscles. Someone would have made adjustments to her control program so she wouldn't notice. The cup that came with a lid, the magnets on her shoes, and the chess pieces. Those were all put in place so that 10H wouldn't suspect a difference between the actual gravity and what she herself experienced. This wasn't 10,000 meters under the sea. There was not a single drop of seawater around the facility, only dry sand and a darkness void of any sound. Just what was I doing? What have I been made to do? She put her mind into overdrive. The incredibly large and wasteful room, the complex interiors of the facility, the server room, the broadcast room, the words on the air flashed by in her mind. She was forbidden from entering the broadcast room when those words were displayed. Now that she thought about it, that was awfully strange. After all, the room had just been used as a relay point, so that it wouldn't matter whether anyone was there or not. But 10H was forbidden from entering the room regardless. But this was no relay that acted as camouflage. From the broadcast source, this is the source. Once she understood that, the rest fell into place rather quickly. The server contained in this facility wasn't for storing backup data. This is the Council of Humanity. That's the secret that the pods tried so hard to keep from her. And since this pure white facility only housed a few hundred Pod 006s and 10H, the Council of Humanity didn't exist, which meant that humanity itself no longer exists. Is that it? That must be it. Her knees grew weak, and she slowly sank to the ground. Sand flew soundlessly around her. She felt a different kind of pain unrelated to her wounds, threatening to overcome her. She felt the pods behind her back. A few hundred Pod 006s were closing in on her. B-types were simply too strong. D-types could drag out battle indefinitely. S-types would see through the farce right away. And that's the true reason why an H-type like her was appointed the manager of this facility. But even a 10H managed to reach the truth when given enough time. She escaped outside, even at the cost of burning her own hands. She was captured immediately and had her memories wiped. And that's why she could only leave clues behind in a blank region that she herself had access to. The pod surrounded 10H. She knew that this was the end for her. She wasn't all that scared. She'll have her memories wiped and return to the good old boring days. Shocked from the realization that humanity had gone extinct, as well as the sadness she's experiencing right now, will all be erased without a trace. I lose. I surrender. I'll go in peace. She raised her hands and closed her eyes, awaiting her capture. Right before her conscience sunk into darkness, she heard the pod's final words. Poor child. This is the 46th time. Okay, that was the story. That was our story. And we reached the end of it. Yes. Humanity is gone. And thank you for the Hydrate Redeem Oxide, and thank you Negative IT for the follow, and 25th Night Bell, and thank you Oxide for the resub. I appreciate it very much. Yes, sussy indeed, but yes, thank you very much. I hope everybody enjoyed that story. It is quite a, I think that's one of my favorite Nier stories. Very wonderful story. So, we read some stories. Let's see, we've been streaming for, let me check this real quick. Because where I'm displaying it now, let's see. Okay, we've been streaming for only an hour, so we'll play some Witch's Heart before we stop the stream for tonight, because we'll kind of continue our little read-along a little bit, because I said, I'll play Witch's Heart, and I like playing Witch's Heart, so yes. That will be our next thing on the agenda. Let me just get that up. And I'm going to have to go get some water, actually, so I will be back in a minute. And troop of love. I hope everybody is having a good night and is very, very comfy. So let me just go and get some water, and then I'll be right back. Bye-bye. hi. I wonder. I switched over to OBS, regular OBS, to instead of Streamlabs OBS, and every time when I add a stinger, it does not work how it's supposed to be. It shows the scene before it starts to fade away, which is it has me a little, it has me a little perturbed, I must say. A little, it's kind of like, why? Why are you working like this? Why? It's just a little weird. Wish it did not do that, but I can't complain about everything, I guess. Yes, let us get over here, get in my area, and I'll get up my game real quick. Just move this down as well. My apologies. So, yeah, there we go. There we are. I'll be right here so people can still see the chat because I don't want to block it completely. I see, I could be here. I'll be, no, I want to be here. I want to be here. Okay, we're going to be here. Yes, the voice acting flex. I look forward to it, though. I like to flex that. Yes, this game is quite wonderful. And let me change the, This is quite a wonderful RPG Maker game. Oh, thank you for the bits, Jen. Thank you very much. I love the art style as well. Yes. Let me get this up real quick. And we will update this for Twitch because I'm actually going to remember this. I'm actually remembering to do this. Yes, it was. It's an RPG Maker game, and I like it a lot. Did it update that? Oh my gosh, Therapy Dance, thank you for the raid. Thank you, everybody. And if you have not, heard of HEART Dance, he's a sheriff Vtuber, as his name is, and he is he's got a big iron, all right, and he's but let me give him a Sheriff Dance welcome and say, howdy, partner. How was your stream doing, if I might ask? I hope it was a fine stream. He may enjoy partaking in dancing occasionally, but I cannot speak for him. But yes, let me move my little guy up at the top out of the way too. So you don't need to be up there. You don't need to be up there. Come down over here. Get right there. Get right there. Get up. Get with the group. Get with the group. Get with the group. Yes, thank you so much for the raid. We just finished reading Cinderella. For anybody who missed out on the beginning, we just finished reading Cinderella, and we also just read one of the Near short stories, which was A Much Too Silent Sea, and that was very moving, very moving. Let me know if the audio is okay for everybody. Otherwise, we are just going to continue. So. Let us go down and load our game. This is actually going to be a bit easier playing on, laptop lately. So, I'm lending you the second floor guest room. Oh, you're drained! You better wet your whistle. You better wet your whistle, partner, and get some rest, or else we're gonna have to bop you in the head and shame you for not resting. So you sleep up as much as you can because you worked hard. So have a good rest and stay hydrated. Ah, God, I shouldn't talk like this or else I'll leap back in my southern accent. Oh, no, God, let me get it out. No. Ah, dang it. Okay. Okay. You're welcome, sir. Ada, and thank you for the Ada, Kiadrin, and thank you, Ada. Let's see, oh my gosh, I guess I have to do the Ara in these games, like, Ada, first we'll have the purple room, Ada. Oh, wow, there are so many books. The game is a bit loud, let me turn that down then. There we go. Please try to avoid dirtying anything in the rooms. Yes.
There we go. That should be better. What?
The pattern on this door.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Rita. Rita. I'm sorry, Rita. And thank you for catching us. I'm glad you could finally catch us.
Oh, the warding circle. Yes, it's on all the rooms in this mansion.
Is that right?
All the rooms.
About them coming. Right? Claire is cute.
I'll let Noelle have this room. The key. Take it now.
Thank you.
Well then, to the next room. Next is the green room.
Oh, amazing! Even more books than the last room.
I'll lend Ash this room.
Oh, really? I'm so glad. I'm so fond of it already. Yes, this is a horror game.
Here, the key.
Hooray! Thank you very much.
Well then, to the next room.
It is quite cute. I really love the art style of this game and everything. I just really loved it. I love it.
Next is the red room.
These barrels are all filled with alcohol. Wow.
I'll lend this room to Willardo. I'm fine with anywhere, but this room could make my eyes hurt. Here. Thanks. Well then, to the next room. Next is the light blue room.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I try because I've had some mispronunciation issues before. And I guess this means, as the last one, this is my room. Ooh, a piano. That alone makes the room look fancy. Not like I can play it.
This room used to belong to a woman. I suppose a room already set for a woman's taste would be best for you.
Makes sense. Thanks.
Be sure not to lose the key.
You got it.
Lastly, the blue-doored room on the first floor is my room. Try to stay away from that room except when it is completely necessary.
Hiya! Hello, Miss Obscuria. Welcome, welcome.
Well then, do as you will now. Don't forget that these are someone else's rooms. Treat them with care. And also, please, never trade your rooms. That kind of thing can easily lead to trouble, you see. I suppose that's all I have to say. Well then, excuse me.
Really? Thank you. I'm glad it's good because I'm just kind of... I keep thinking, like, does this voice fit?
Well, I'll sleep in my room too.
I suppose I'll rest in my room as well.
So long then.
Thank you. I'm glad because I'm kind of just doing what I can. Which voice tone? Miss Obscuria. Ida, Ida, Ida. Ida, Ida. Ida, Ida, Ida. Ida. You understand? Ah, Ida.
Miss Claire, Yes? If you don't mind, could you trade rooms with me for today? Keeping it a secret from Sirius, of course.
Uh-huh.
And though he just told us not to trade rooms? Please! I'm fine with it only being for tonight. Please switch with me. What should we do? Should we give in or should we say no? What should it be? Oh, I accidentally selected. I guess I hit escape to try to save, but I guess that was the thing. I'm afraid I can't. Sirius did tell us absolutely not to trade. Really? I'm very sorry. Oh no, it was not fair of me to ask. Why exactly would you want to trade rooms? Well, that's because I want to investigate this room. Investigate? You may not be aware, Miss Claire, but I've heard that the witch Dorothy once resided in this mansion.
Uh-huh.
Is that true? Dorothy, as in that heinous witch? He wants to do some unsay-so things. Yeah, I think so. To tell the truth, I'm a researcher looking into Witch Dorothy. I came to this mansion to learn about her. I see, that's why you're really here. And supposedly, this room was once used by a woman, yes? So while it may be a hasty interference, I thought that perhaps this could have been Dorothy's room. Yes, I suppose that could be true. Panty rave with the bros, panty raid in Dorothy's room, woo! But no, I cannot trouble you for my own selfish reasons, Miss Claire. Hey, come take a look another day. Sure, I won't mind that. It's very weird, it's very weird, it's very weird. Okay, well then, I'll excuse myself for today. Okay. See you later. It's the witch's house. He said the name of the other game, the other RPG Maker game. Oh, nope. Okay, let's see. We gotta start moving. Okay, trying to remember the controls. Okay, let's see. It was like, okay, there we go. I got the controls now because I was using WASD instead of move. Okay, so. Wait, can I go to the boys? I think I may be able to go to the boys' rooms and play for monies. Okay, yes. Yeah, okay, let me save. I will save. Thank you for the reminder. There we go. So, let's go over here and talk to my good friend Noelle. It's been a troublesome day, hasn't it? Just hope we'll be able to go home tomorrow. Let's talk. Day was exhausting, huh? Sure was. I can't keep up with all these strange happenings. Just what's with it, I wonder? This mansion and the monsters. Let's hope we can all return home soon. Okay. Let's hang out. Let's hang out. Let's play Bud. Let's play a game. Oh, sure thing. I just so happen to have some cards. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Monsters just appear, yes. Okay, let's see. High and low. Okay, we're gonna play high and low. Time for some gambling. Let's bet. Gamble time. Gamble time. If you get a lot of coins, they might prove useful for you. Okay, let's begin. How many coins will you bet? You can win, you'll get double. I'm going all in, baby. All in, all in. Yes, Miss Excuria, they are very important. Okay. We have a 9, so we're already pretty high up there, so I think I'm gonna go low. I'm Gonna go low.
Yeah!
Since you won, I can give you 10 coins. You can choose to bet these coins and continue playing. Double or nothing? Are we going double or nothing? We're going double or nothing. I thought you'd say that. Let's continue. Okay, that's not gonna... That's a low. That's a low. Yes! 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 Since you won, I can give you 20 coins. Okay, let's go again. Let's go again. This is a high. This is a high. Yes! Easy money. Okay, yeah. Again. Let's continue. 3. Yeah, no, this is a high.
Yeah!
Yeah! 80 coins. Okay, again. That's how. You will die next Noel. It always happens to me. I doubt I'll be getting bored anytime soon with all these books to read. Though they are quite old. They're all so intriguing. I could read them all day. Must be cautious not to stay up too late. By the way, did you need something? It was exhausting, huh? Yes, certainly! It's not often one has such an experience. Once I return, perhaps I should self-publish a book about it. The numerous strange events that took place in a mysterious mansion, told by one who lived through it. Only joking, of course. That's so trite. I doubt it would ever sell. Would it? Okay, I don't care. I want to gamble. Show me your gambling game. I don't care about you. You are a poop. And hello, Bob Skywalker, and thank you for the follow and welcome. I'm bored. Bet. In that case, I have puzzles. How about it? Oh, a puzzle sounds great. I believe it was. Here we are. Well then, give it a shot. Witches aren't real. Witches aren't real. You do well, a fabulous prize awaits. Just kidding. Give me the money. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay, so how do I move pieces? Okay, there we go. Okay. This reminds me a lot of, trying to recall what it was. Not really a good, it was kind of something sad. Anyway, let me go back down. Okay, this down, this over, move this up. Okay, we need to start moving these a little more over. Okay, there we go. Then we just have to get this sorted out up here. Okay, I think we can do this, right? We could probably do this, maybe. There we go, we did it! Hello, Magneto Master, and thank you for the resub. Thank you. I did it. Big brain. Congratulations! Well done. Well then, a meager present from me. What the fuck? I get 2,000 coins from this guy, but Noel's only giving me $5. Ooh, match game pays off. Okay, well, Lardo, show me your game. There. These are such pretty flowers. What are you doing? Sorting flowers. I'm splitting them up by type. Ah. You need something? Let's Let's talk. It was exhausting, huh?
Yeah. I want to fall asleep real quick once I'm done with the work.
Okay, gamble. Okay, show me your game. Show me which game you got. Okay, show me. I don't care about your flowers. I'm bored. Tulips aren't bad either. Yes, you're right. I do like flowers. Help me out with this. What? The sorting?
Yeah. Only if you're up to it.
Yay! I actually really want to. I was kind of curious about the flowers you have here.
Here's how you sort. I'll place a plant in the center, and you press in the direction of that same flower. In this case, you press up.
Okay, we know how it works. Willardo, get to it. I'm not dumb. Okay. Go, hit me. Okay, down, over.
Speed run.
Mushrooms are my favorite flower. Mine as well. Wow, only 15, that much? You dick, you cheap ass bitch. Cheap. Hello, Zombie Weekend. Welcome. We are playing, Witch's Heart. Not sleepy yet. Okay, let me go bother somebody else. Let me see. Bassa! Ay! Masaka. Yeah.
Do you need something? If not, could you please leave? I don't have time to entertain you.
Could we talk? Today was exhausting.
Yes, it's really been the worst. Front door won't open, the mansion's flooded with monsters, and now I'm stuck with you lot. Terrible, horrible day, truly.
Well, looks like somebody doesn't enjoy my company. Yeah, Noelle is cheap. Okay, give me the gamble.
Huh? What do you mean bored? If you can afford to tell me you're bored, shall I have you clean an open room? Here, take a dust cloth. Now let's go.
This is tyranny! Okay, here we go. Must dust the room in a single pass. If you run out of time or dust the same spot twice, it's over.
Now then, give it your all.
Here we go. I got the strats, baby. Ooh, that's a... Okay, let's see. Wait. If I go... Oh, shoot. That's a... Okay, wait. Oh, shit. Okay, Oh, shit. No. Not fucked up. Okay. Fuck.
It'd be a pity for you to work for free. I suppose I can part with some pocket change.
Oh my god, serious. You're looking good, man. You're looking good. You give me the money. Yeah, real no more heroes. Ah, shit. You bonk me. Okay, let's see. Where to next? Ah, don't hit me. Let me check the front door. Is it the front door you want me to check? You shit. What is the attack button? How do I attack him? It's kick. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna die. Let me save real quick. Okay, did I do the gambling? What do you want from me now? Fuck you. Fuck. Oh, good thing I saved right there. Good thing I saved. They're monsters. They're little monsters trying to kill me. Little dicks. Okay. Dearest Maria,
I'm supposed to go maybe to the back room here? Let me see. A serious woman. Mine. Hey, don't go up there without my permission. Okay, so if I have your permission, I can go up there into the super secret room. Oh, wait, maybe it's bath. Maybe I need a bath. Maybe I need a bath. Yes, I got another monitor. I got another monitor. Well, I got another monitor for an upgrade, but also I think it is a short in my hard drive, actually. I mean, not hard drive, my GPU. Right now I'm playing on my laptop to prep for when I'm going on a trip soon, and I'll be out of state for a month. Let's see. Where the heck do you want me to go, game? You know, before they hit you, flawless strategy. Okay, but what if I am not fast? What if I cannot go faster, 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 faster? Boogie Boy just killed my Oshi. Let's go. Oh, yes. Thank you for the Pat's Blue Cornflower. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Can I go sleep now? Am I supposed to look around the room, maybe? Let me... I got a moon drip. I got the drip! What the heck you want from me? Gerbera seed. Ooh, I got some flowers. Okay. Barrel is empty. Wait, what the heck is this? What the heck? Is that a window? Let me look at that. Oh, there we go. Bathroom. Okay. Should wash hands. Okay. Not sleepy. What the hell do you want from me, Claire? We've already talked to every boy. Okay, maybe the bitch is hungry. Maybe the bitch is hungry. Okay, bro. Hello, Bubba Brian. Hello, Bubba Brian. Bubba Brian. Okay, I guess the bitch is hungry. Let's make her some dinner. Okay, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yes, this is an RPG Maker game, actually. Shit, oh, why am I laughing at that? I should not be laughing at that. Thank you. Thank you. I quite like my onesie. It was made by Crimbo. It's a wonderful, wonderful onesie. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Don't you hit me. Okay. Let's look out the window, baby. What the heck do you want from me, game? Okay, let me go look at the... Maybe it's the Witch Dorothy thing. What the fuck? The fuck? Okay, run. Oh yes, I love my Kigu. It's a wonderful, wonderful Kigu. Let's see. Painting. Don't you touch me. Ah! No, don't touch me. Okay, maybe I need to go to the super secret room that Sirius says don't go in that room. Ah yes, okay, Sirius said no, that don't work. What the fuck? What the fuck? Let's see, where you want me to go? What do you want from me? Let's see, maybe maybe I'm supposed to go to the, okay, I don't, let me see. Let me look at the guide real quick. Just bash the pots in. Okay, let's see. Let me bring up the guide real quick. We'll see.
Secret call. The David. Be careful. Ooh, yeah. No.
Oh my gosh, hello Crimbo and welcome. Welcome and thank you for the stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow, Shazam and Chickle Riot. Hello and welcome. We just finished reading some bedtime stories and that's fine. I never remember raid messages. My raid message is the most generic stuff. But yes, thank you for the Oh, I gotta. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Beautiful, beautiful darling, beautiful darling. So yes, I do love it. I do love Witch's Heart. So yes, we read some bedtime stories. We read Cinderella, and then we read a Near Automata short story. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Anyway, now we are playing Witch's Heart as well. So yes, thank you very much. And anybody, if you're not already following Crimbo, let's be honest, if you're into VTube, if you're into indie VTubers, you're following Crimbo because he is the man. He's the man that has, you know, if you know, I think he's got the amazing art. The art of Crimbo. The art. The man drew his own model, for God's sakes. Look at him. He's beautiful with his big jiggly belly. Beautiful. Beautiful belly. You're welcome, Crimbo. It's a pleasure. I mean, you're my friends, of course. Demons prefer places with strong magic energy. To them, magic is nourishment, so they periodically absorb some. Low-level demons cannot live in dangerous places with magic energy. But the human world has a few places with magic, making it inconvenient for demons to live there. Refer to the map above. Demons reside in places marked with a star. In other words, they are magical areas. Since demons bring harm to humans, they should stay away from the star areas unless they have a good reason. Here are some examples of demons as a reference. Most demons cannot preserve a proper form or a proper self. If they see humans, they attack. Oh, no, you're sweet, Crimbo. You're sweet. No, you. No, you're sweet. No, you're sweet. No, you're sweet. No, you're sweet. Oh, it's not the microphone. Oh, God. Yeah, those are some cute demons. Okay, so let's see. Demonic pacts. If possible, it's recommended you read on Ecology of Demons before I read the ecologies. I'm an ecologist. Hello, Winter, and thank you for the follow, and thank you. Ikamusume! Ikamusume ritai Ikamusume. By offering 1 square kilometer of land or a part of their body to a demon, a human can borrow some of the demon's power. Oh, that ain't good. This is called a demonic pact. At this time, a contract between the human and demon is formed, approved by a signature and thumbprint of each. Note that the square kilometer of land is collected before use of power, and the body part is collected after use of power. If the pact is ever broken, the square kilometer of land will be kept, but the body part will not be collected. I just think of the Hyaden Ikamusume song. Ikamusume. Contracts are generally kept in the custody of the human party. So let's see. It said let's see. It says here, let's see. Afterwards, you'll be able to go back and refuse Ash. Let's see. Read both books on the demons. Return to Claire's room. Okay, we're going back to my room. We're going back. It's time for bed. And hello. Thank you for the sub, Bobby. Thank you for the Bobs. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you Bobby. I mean, we're friends, unless we are friends, right? Right, Bobby? You'd be my friend, right? Bobby? Bob Skyrocker. I'm sorry. I'm dropping my spaghetti. Yeah, lots of demons. Yeah, they like to know. They want to know the exact square footage. Huh? What? Uh-oh. That ain't good. Good to show up. Oh, you can be my friend. It's a little girl.
You're late.
I nearly withered from waiting. I'm on my 3rd cup of tea already. Take a seat there. We need to talk.
Zizzle. 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 Hello, Porkin. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Porkin. FBI, open up! Where did you come from? Hey, wait, actually... Woo! There's a girl besides me! I was feeling awkward with all these guys. My name's Claire Alford. Nice to meet you.
This isn't the time for cheery remarks, you. Please, return the contract already. I'm not made of time, you know.
Contract?
Yes, contract. You see, I have a pact with you. Unless that pact is terminated, I cannot return home.
Huh? Pact? What? Wait, what? I don't remember this at all.
Well, naturally.
Oh, this is a lovely drawing. Wonderful. Third party. Pact. You. Me.
Look at this, please.
What's all this?
As you can plainly see here, it wasn't you who signed the contract.
A third party.
However, you are my partner in the pact.
So then someone went and used my name to sign a contract?
Not exactly, but it's close enough. So I must ask you to return the contract.
What the heck? Well, this sounds like some kind of scam. So wait, who is the third party? And you're asking me to return a contract, but I don't have a clue where it even is. So, look, could you please go ask the third party who signed for me?
They're dead.
Huh?
That's why I'm asking you.
Say again?
My name is Zizzle.
Or Zizel. Zizel sounds better.
The contract is somewhere in this mansion, so do your best to find it.
Just one question. What kind of pact is this exactly?
Oh, you want to know?
I mean, shouldn't I? Come in! Pardon me. Serious? I forgot something in here. Allow me to retrieve it. I know, goddamn shithead signed a mortgage with on my name. What do I do now? They took out credit cards in my name as a baby. Oh, serious? What? It seems there's another girl here besides me. So over there, here, her name's Zizel. What are you talking about now? It's just you and me here, is it not? I have no desire to play along with your stupid games. By the way, Claire, just looking at your outfit makes me shiver. It isn't summertime, you know. Really? There's some clothes in the dresser there. You can wear those. The dresser? Ooh, very pretty. Ooh, what a fancy dress. Are you sure? Indeed. I'd much rather lend it to you than continue to feel cold just looking at you. Stop menharing, Claire. Take your meds. Well then, I'll be leaving. Hey, so Zizel. What was that about?
Ah, Claire. You see, I'm not human.
Huh?
That's why no humans but you can see me.
That's crazy. But the way Sirius reacted, he really didn't seem to see Zizel at all. Shoo, shoo, meds, goblin, shoo! No meds here! No meds to be seen here! Plus, I saw her appear from out of thin air in the first place.
Claire, the pact between you and I is a demonic pact.
I really like the game's art too. That's one of the biggest draws for me. Oh, hello, Bat. Hello, and thank you for the raid, Bat. Thank you. And welcome, everybody. Welcome. We are playing Witch's Heart right now. It is a RPG Maker game. Kind of horror, kind of otome. More horror than otome. And Troopa love, Bat love, Crimbo love, Sheriff Dan love. Thank you to all the raiders tonight. Thank you so much. And how was your stream, Bat? I should also introduce myself. My name is Koopa Fortuna. I am a turtle VTuber with no lack of learn from a dream, and I generally fail at most things I do and do very badly and flounder, but I do my best. But yes, Bat Raid, and thank you for the follow, A's and Boots. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm very, very comfy. And my Kigu was made by Crimbo Kills. Isn't that what I read from that book in Serious Room? But yes, basically what's happening so far is we got locked into a haunted witch's mansion and demons are now filling it up.
I'll say it again, clearly. I am Zyzel, the demon whom you have a pact with. What this means is you can use the power of a demon. You may use it as you like. Of course, you will pay the price.
Didn't it say the price was a part of your body? No, I won't use it. No way am I using a power like that. Oh, thank you for the follow, Grease Baron. And Yoshi likes apps. Hello, and thank you and welcome. Yes, we're making friends with demons.
Oh my, are you scared?
I have no reason to use it, okay?
Then please return the contract.
Sounds like it'll be me looking, huh?
Of course. Here's to our partnership, Claire. I'll be observing you, so go find that contract for me.
Thank you, Zizzle. Zazzle Zizzle. I don't feel like I got the explanations I wanted out of that. Oh, thank you, Real Hungry. Thank you. I'm Real. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name, and thank you. I'm glad you were catching up with it. I don't have a Discord group, but I may make one for watch-alongs soon, because I was thinking, like, I want to do watch-alongs of things that are not as well known, but the problem is I can't expect everybody to join, to automatically get the source, so I will probably be doing a watch-along soon, with a Discord. And hello, thank you for the follow, Yuki, thank you. I'm not sure, I'm assuming it's sleep. I'm assuming we're gonna heal by sleeping. Not sleepy yet. Okay, let's see, where to go next? Oh, yeah, I need to, try on the dress, okay. Let me get dressed. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Wait, did I not already try on the dress? dress. So cute. Yeah, I want to do a C-Lab watch along, I think. But I also was thinking about maybe Cobra or Thunderbolt Fantasy. Yeah. Okay, so pings. Okay, I'll think about that. I will try to work on making one then.
Why not try it on for a bit?
I know, like, for a while ago, people have been asking me, to make a Discord, and I think it's, like, I was kind of against it at the first part, but now I see it is very important for watch-alongs of this type, so other than the watch-along reason, I wouldn't really do it, but, I'll do it for this. Thunderbolts Fantasy Season 3 is amazing so far. Please watch it. Watch it. It's good. It's good tonight. It's good. Now, things I'm thinking about. One thing that really bothers me is the Linsetsu Nindoroid. They're using the show to promote the Linsetsu Nindoroid, okay? So, that Nindoroid is sold out and scalped at like $200. For reference, Nindoroids usually sell for about $59 or so. it's being scalped hard. Yes, Thunderbolt Fantasy is a show about it's a basically, if you're familiar with series like, let's say, Fate Zero, Madoka, Sayano Uta, I shouldn't say Madoka, I should say Madoka Magical, Sayano Uta, things like that. They were series done by Gin Urobuchi. So some people like to call him Uro Butcher. And thank you for the follow, Uwu and Dark Seraph. So basically, he is basically known as Uro Butcher because his stories are very hard on the characters. I literally know nothing about anime. Well, I'll be glad to explain. Oh, you saw Urobuchi. Nice. But yes, he's done a lot of writing for anime. Let me let's see. Let me see if I can find. Let's see. That's some of like the more well-known stuff. Yeah. Fate Zero. Come on, give me that. Let me see if there's any I forgot that are the more memorable ones, I should say. Like, not memorable, but like more popular. He did Psychopass as well, which is another Udo Butcher one. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else. That's like the more notable things that Urobuchi has done. But anyway, basically what happens is in Thunderbolt Fantasy, it's a basically Japanese twist. It is there's such a thing in Taiwan as pilly shows. Pilly shows are traditionally puppet theater, which is, you know, like basically they have these very big, very fancy puppets that are, you know, these puppets are about like probably half your torso, but they're very well detailed, and it's how they do some very very nice you know, puppetry with it. So it's basically taking an anime story and using the puppets with it. I'm very experienced in anime and sorts of stuff like this, but yeah, basically it is a anime pilly show written by Gen Urobuchi. And if you... Could I bring up a clip on stream and not get banned from Twitch? I can bring up a clip on stream, right? I can, you know, it won't be an issue. I think I could play a short clip on... I think so. So yes, let me find this clip real quick. Okay, let's see. I need to find the clip I am looking for in particular. There's one that is... This clip will convince you to try it, I believe. Let's see if I can find it. Come on. Because there's so many other new clips. It's hard to find it buried among everything else. And now it's like showing me everything else. Shofukan returns. Let's see. I don't want the 7 blasphemous deaths. Decapitation. Let me see if I look up decapitation. Wonderful fantasy clip. I can just find a good description clip. Let's see. You think you can? Yeah, I should be able to. And hello, and thank you for the sub, Carbide. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. We should be able to show this. So let me just. Let's see. Season 1. I'm looking for a specific clip, but I'm just seeing other things. Let's see. Where are you, Bat? You are on my channel, and we were talking about puppets, and you will listen as I talk about puppets and watch the puppets. You got a problem with puppets? You got a problem with puppets? You got a problem with puppets? Because we gonna have a problem if you have a problem with puppets. Let's see, episode 1. You know, Taiwanese puppet theater. You're not familiar with Taiwanese puppet theater, JC? I apologize, JC. I apologize. No, you're fine. You're fine. We were talking about a series that is done by Ginu Urobuchi, which did Madoka Magica and other series like Fate Zero. And he has been doing a puppet theater for a bit, and it is okay. I'm trying to find the why can't I find the decapitation clip? I just need this decapitation clip. Vape duck. Let's see. I think this one may have it in it. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. This clip cuts it off, and that pisses me off. That pisses me off right there. Let's see. Fight, maybe? Fight? Let me look at fight. Let's see if I have top 10 fights. Let's see. Yeah, I should be able to find it through here. Let's see. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm trying to find the correct clip. No, I don't want the one with the Princess of Cruelty. Not the Princess of Cruelty one. Come on. I just want that scene. Why is it so hard to find that scene? I'm going to have to just settle for a different clip displaying it. But I really want to have this clip, and I don't know why it's not on YouTube, and that pisses me off endlessly. And I apologize if this is, frustrating anybody as well. So, yeah, I'll just pick, I don't want one with spoilers in it, but yeah, let's do, the Edge's Blade versus the Princess of... Let's show the Princess of... A video is unavailable on this device? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, Pilly? You fucking kidding me? Fuck you. Fuck you, Uber Butcher. I love you. But why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, yeah. We will do, we'll show... This one is... Let's see. We'll do scene 4, because I don't really want to spoil anything for anybody. Let me mute this music real quick. See. Okay. Play open volume mixer. Okay. I apologize. This operating system is slightly different from the one I'm operating on my computer because I'm doing a test on YouTube. Okay, anyway, yes. Let me get this up. Okay, OBS, come on. Okay, so. Yes, scene 4. Okay, scene 4 is the one. Okay, good. I'm just dumb. Nothing to worry about. Okay, let's see. Not browser. I don't need a browser. I need to just do a display. Let's do a window capture. Let's do that. Okay. Why aren't you showing? Really? What the fuck? Why? What the fuck? Okay, let's just do display. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Display capture ain't working? Is that what you're telling me? It ain't working? Yeah, it's so cool. I've gone blind. Oh no. I don't know why. Yeah, that's very, very weird, OBS. I'm literally trying to capture this. And it's like, no way. Like, no way. That is quite odd. Yeah, OBS really does hate it. This is why people are like, use OBS. Why are you using Streamlabs OBS like a dumb bitch? Then I go, like, okay, you know what? You're right. I'm going to use this. And then it does not work. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Let's see. Okay. Let me see. What? Whomst? Okay, I apologize. I apologize. I'm just ruining the stream for you guys just because I want to show a silly puppet clip. But I show my silly puppet clip. To be fair, I really want to show my silly puppet clip. Okay, let's see. Let's try browser source if we can go there through the browser in OBS. You know, still haven't reached that. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Oh no! Fuck you, YouTube. YouTube, no. Okay, here we go. Fight, maybe. Is this really gonna be doing this to me? Really? Okay, let's see. Ah! Ah, YouTube! Ah! I'm eyeing. I'm eyeing. The tendies call tonight. The trendies call tonight. A wee mawa, a wee mawa, a wee mawa, a wee. Here we go. Yes. Okay, now it's playing. Yes, I apologize. Yeah, he hit the blunt. Yeah, his name's Vape Duck or Lin Setsu. Then we have Shofukan, and I forgot the other girl's name, but yeah, he took a hit of the of some of that dank vape juice, and he's a little out. He's a little high now. Oi! Bring this a little bigger. Oh, Danfei. Danfei is her name. Danfei is her name. Yes. I apologize. Oh. Tanhi. Yeah. Tanhi. Okay, I apologize. Yeah, they do have multiple names where it's like Shofukan is yeah, I got it right, Dunfei. Yeah. So, oh, I'm in the way. Let me get out of the way because I want to display this and not be the center of attention. But yes, I fully endorse this series. I watch a lot. Rinsetsu, Linsetsu, Kicho, Ryofu Setsujin. Yes, Enigmatic Gale. Oh, yeah, you should be. I apologize. You want to just drop this? Come on. Yes. Yeah, I love the behind the scenes too. So and he is voiced by Junichi Suwabe, by the way, who is also more notably Archer in Fate Stay Night, or many other things. Yes, TM Revolution too. In deepest blue, the shadow of wisps across the room. Yeah, I wasn't joking. A lot is pure. A lot is this. A lot is this like that. A lot is like that. Where it is like that. Yeah, thank you, Bat. Thank you. I love Thunderbolt Fantasy. I love it, and you, good taste on you as well. But yeah, it's a shame it cuts off there. But that was a little. That's a little sampling, you know, to say like, hey, it's good. It's got some crazy stuff in it. Oh no, we can't show the bones of cremation with the enigmatic gale. It's technically a spoiler. No. Yeah. That was. Like I said, it's very good. I endorse it. I've watched anime before. I watch a lot of anime. I know my stuff. But really, no, I really like it. I do really like that series. And it is one that I'm definitely keeping. Because we've had such a good season of anime airing right now. We have Megalobox. We've got Dynazenon. We've got, Thunderbolt Fantasy, and those are the main ones I'm keeping. Oh, and also Zombieland Saga. And Zombieland Saga is another anime I really endorse. Let me see if I can find a Zombieland Saga clip, because I would really like to show this. The Zombieland Saga is very good if nobody's already watching it. Let's see. Let me show this clip. This, Ittekima. and you may have seen this already, but this is the intro for a sample of this. This is just the intro to the anime, by the way. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is like the first thing you will see. So, let me get this one up. And so, yeah. This is the first part of it. First part. This is your first introduction to it. Yeah, and it's there's more good to it than this. It's more than just getting the truck. Yes. Yes, this is just like the intro to it. Just falling in love. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Zombieland was just a shitpost, but a comfy one. I agree. It's a memorable one. Yeah, he's really branching out. But as you watch this, it becomes more than just like, oh, zombie. It changes. It broke new ground. Nina, look out! Oh no, Nina, no, Nina, don't go that way. Nina, no, Nina. Yes, the second season is airing, and ooh, it broke something else. Yes, it did. Nina! Oh, you want to watch anime? Well, we are definitely going to be doing some more watch-alongs. Oh no, she has earbuds and she can't hear us. But yeah, that's just the intro to it, and could be quite convincing at things. One thing I really like is if you're familiar with the seiyuu or anime voice actor Miyano Mamoru. One character in the series is basically Miyano Mamoru, where he is very, very something. Let me show you just a clip of Kotaro, Miyano Mamoru being Kotaro, and he will even dress up exactly like this and look exactly like the character in real life. This man is dedicated to it. He does an amazing job. He's one of my favorite voice actors. Yes, he is the producer. Yeah, I love it. Ohayou gozaimasu! Ohayou gozaimasu! Ohayou gozaimasu! Then the accent is incomprehensible. This accent. Yes, he has a dream. Moka zombie no desu ka? Baka zombie! Yeah, I love it. I love it. It is good. His voice is fantastic. Have you heard the man sing? My God, and he's also notably mad scientist, Inkyoma, aka Okabe from Steins Gate, and many other things as well. Yes, the accent is chef's kiss. Love it. Just the accent. I wish I could skip through the OBS browser. You're not. Good the babs. Good the babs. I think we're getting a Yugiri episode soon. Next. Since we got a Tae episode. By the way, if you have not watched season 2, there was a Tae episode. It has a Tae's internal monologue in it. Yes, if you want my recommendations, hit me up. I will be glad. Yes. Yes, get away. I don't think no other voice actor could pull him off. No other. Yes, I would really endorse watching it. Yes, an episode about the legendary Yamanatai. It is really good, and this is not covering the tip of the producer Kotaro iceberg. Chicken up! I'm not seeing any. Embrace the cock. Embrace the cock. Now cluck like a chicken. Oh, Sean. Yes, it is a commercial for Saga, much like how Eurocamp is a commercial for something, Girls und Panzer is a commercial for something. There are many tourist animes that people don't realize. Oh, yes, everything is an advertisement at the end of it. I mean, look at Ava. Ava is an advertisement now. Oy. Yeah, I like a lot of tourism anime, no lie. Ah, Tony? What's on my guy? Oh my gosh, I hope your friend enjoyed Saga, Yuki. That's very interesting. Here we go. Wait. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, it was. Okay, well, anyway, I think we'll probably end the stream here. Ah, that little... That's a good part. That's a good part. Don't help her. I just love his accent. Yeah. Let me save real quick. Big revenue. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me make sure I can. Oh god, obnoxious music. Okay. Oh, the anime rain. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I can save. Oh, I have to finish a little bit and then we'll save. We'll call it for the night because it's late. It's almost 12. Okay, let me unmute this, by the way. Wow. Wow. It really is fantastic. I never had the money to buy this kind of thing, but I always wanted to try one on. Oh, yes, we'll raid a Rippy. We'll raid Ari. Let's raid Ari. It makes me feel like nobility. I guess starting tomorrow, I'll get live a life of elegance for a while. Yeah, okay, now we can save. Okay, so let me get this all saved, and I'll start sending you over to Ari. Try reading Koopa. I mean, I could, but am I gonna? I could, but am I gonna? No. I mean, that's an excellent suggestion, though. Let's all go. Okay, I want everybody to give Koopa Channel a Koopa, as Congo always, rides on, where he's like, oh, why does everybody have to have a channel nowadays? Why? And thank you, Fuku, thank you. Okay, so I believe Ari is just, Ari on Twitch, so let's get ready to head over there. And of course, the raid message will be very simple. Oh, Troopa love, Troopa love, Troopa love. It will be a very simple Ari love. So, and thank you for coming. So let me type this in. Oh, yes. Okay. Everybody, please give Ari her love because she's a wonderful individual. And also give Bat your love too because she's also a wonderful individual. Give her lots of kisses on the head. And did I do an SO for you, Bat? Because I don't know if I did. But yes, everybody, please follow Bat. She is wonderful. Beautiful model. She's very funny. She's very cute. She's a wonderful person. Give her your kisses. I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna kiss you, Bat. I'm gonna kiss you because you're wonderful, and I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, and then I was too scared to ever message you. So I'm here to gush about you. I'm here to give you my love. And also that picture Nina drew of you was beautiful. You were beautiful in that underwear, and you had the drip. You had the drip. Okay, so anyway, yes, I told it to, let's see, did I do raid? Okay, Arippy. Okay, so, I'm gonna slide into those DMs. I'm gonna beat you to those DMs. Probably tomorrow because I gotta sleep, but yes. Yes, so everybody, otsukupa, otsukame-sama, and have a good day, good night with Ari. Bye-bye. Yes, Bat is cool. Bat is cool. She's a good girl. She's a good bat.